So Ridin and I just finished a great coaching session.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was amazing. Next level, like always.
And how did it go since we started?
My business has been improving every day.
4 times in the last 3 months of growth, no?
Yeah.
Gal's answers and tools and everything was nothing I was expecting.
Beyond my wildest expectation. Be prepared to be beyond wow.
I realized how I could be more caused in my life, how I have more control over situations. So yeah, it was really amazing. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Gal is very professional and he will guide you and help you in a way that you could really use this knowledge in your life.
I just want to say thank you, Gal, for amazing webinar, and I applied everything I learned.
But the wonderful thing about Gal, he has great energy, he has command of the subject, he's clear, he will answer as many questions as you have. He's just an overall amazing teacher.
I want to mention how effective this program was for me, and I am very impressed with the results.
What Gal is teaching in G Prosperity, it has the extra thing, and that extra thing really moved the needle for me.
What I have studied with Gal, I'm using the concepts, the tools for my everyday life here.
Gal responded to every question that I had.
Super mind-blowing. In literally 4 hours, it was basically giving the answer to all my problems I've ever had since birth to now.
I'm so happy. I really recommend you to take this program. Gal is amazing. He's a great teacher and an awesome person.
Okay, welcome to the Business Emergency Room. You are here. Well done for making it here. It's really exciting because what we're going to go over today is going to be super powerful. You are here on the Business Emergency Room. It's presented by me, Meir Ezra, and it's brought to you by Guaranteed Prosperity. It is July 16th, 2025. We're talking business today and the problems in business. Let's dig in. Who is the emergency room for? Who is this webinar for? Okay, it's for employees, it's for solopreneurs, it's for those starting out, it's for those doing well or those doing very well. Really, it's for anyone that wants to have a business that they run and not that runs them, with a life that's filled with happiness instead of increasing despair, as is the case for most people. Most people have a business that really starts wearing on them. They have big dreams and the dreams soon become nightmares and it doesn't go so well. And not only that, but their general viewpoint on life gets quite despaired. They start to really worry and things don't go so well. So we want people that have a view on how to make it all expand. That's what we're going for. For those that know that success manifests not only in money, although we love money, it's an expansion across every part of life. Family, health, relationships, and a great state of mind. This is really what we want. But who is it not for? It is not for those that expect overnight magical success. Failures expect overnight magical success. They hope for a lottery win. Those people that are not doing so well hope that the lottery will save them. They're looking for some kind of magic. This is not what we're looking for. Powerful people, even if their power is hidden, even if your power is hidden, even if you don't see it right now, that's what we're going for. Instinctively, those people know that anything valuable doesn't come overnight. It comes over many, many long nights of hard work. So we're looking for those people that know that it's going to take some work, that are willing to put in the work, that know they're powerful, even if their power is hidden. Are you with me so far? Does that make sense? Everybody with me? Any questions? Yes. Okay, good. Excellent. So we're seeing who it's for. Yes, love it. Yes, thank you, Jenna. Okay, who is this webinar for? It is not for those that like to complicate things. Did you notice, this is a question for you, did you notice that when things are complicated, you find it hard to do it or to make it work? Is that true for you? When things are complicated, you don't want to do it so well. There's a big document to fill out, lots of steps, and you're like, oh my God, it's too complicated. or there's a really complicated piece of furniture to build. It's too complicated. You don't want to do it. Yes, with you. Yes, yes, that's perfect. Yeah, good. Before you can make anything work, it needs to be simple in your mind. First of all, for you, you need to get to a point where you're going, okay, in my mind, it's simple. Now I know what to do. I want simplicity in your mind first. And so everything I'm going to teach you is going to be simple. But don't be fooled and think that simplicity is weakness. Simplicity doesn't mean weakness. Simplicity is power, like Neo. Neo in the Matrix, when he realized, oh, it's just a bullet, that's when the power came. At first he tried all kinds of complicated things, and eventually he realized it's simple. The thing to know is that the end result of complication is unworkability. If you have something that is complicated, it means that it's going to not work. It will be unworkable for you. We want simple, workable. Simple and workable. And the end result of simplicity is success. When it's simple, you will achieve success because at the very least, you'll do it. You'll complete it. You'll make progress. If you find things getting complicated for you, stop me. Like if you're right now listening and I'm explaining something and you're not getting it, please stop me. I love it when you have questions. I love it when you interact. Feel free to stop me. It's totally okay. So feel free to stop me. Do I have your agreement on that? That you will stop me if you don't get something. And by the way, the chat is the place that we're going to be using a lot. So are you with me? Yes, yes. Okay, excellent. Perfect. And if you do stop me, if you do actually dive in, I can guarantee that you will, maybe for the first time in your life, demonstrate your true abilities, the potential that you know you have, but somehow you don't know how, failed to demonstrate. You know you have this potential, but somehow you are not demonstrating it. You're not achieving as much as you know you should be. Now, who is this webinar for? It's not for those that need someone to blame, okay? There's a concept of cause and effect. We talk about it a lot in Guaranteed Prosperity, this idea of cause and effect. Cause means you make it happen. Effect means it happens to you outside of your control. Cause is you bring a result. Effect is you are a victim of no results. If someone punches you, okay, so if I punch someone, then at that moment, I'm actually the cause. If they've punched me, I'm effect, okay? Or if I want someone to make me happy, okay, if I want somebody to make me happy, I'm effect. I'm waiting for them to make me happy. I am at their mercy. I am effect. They are cause. But if I make other people happy, then I'm cause. Or if I ask you to pass me the salt, we're at dinner. This is a metaphor, but it's really practical as well. We're sitting at dinner, and I tell you, can you pass me the salt? You might think you're cause. You're not cause. You're actually effect at that moment. At that moment, you're in a situation where you are waiting for their okay to pass you the salt. So you're at their mercy. You're effect. Are you with me? Do you get the idea with pass me the salt? I ask you to pass me the salt. It basically means, hey, it's up to you if you do. I'm waiting on you. So I'm effect. Got it? Yes. Thank you, Glenn. Yes, nice. I didn't see it that way. Yes, good, Jenna. Excellent. Jenna and Jet. Soon to be. Yes. Okay, great. So see, every time you blame someone, you ask them to pass you the salt. You wait for them to admit that they are to blame. And that makes you an effect. So if I blame you for my life, for my situation, for my lack of results, I blame you. I'm waiting for you to admit that you are to blame. I'm actually an effect. You think you're cause when you blame. It's his fault. Oh, it's the market. Oh, it's the my marketer, whatever. While you're blaming, you are effect. You wait for them to admit it. It actually makes you into a useless effect when you blame. In order to succeed, you have to have the viewpoint of, it's me. Even if everything around you tells you it's not. You don't blame. You know it's you. Because only when you consider it is you, only then are you the cause. And otherwise, you're begging the person you blame to pass you the salt. So we're not looking for pro-blamers, professional blamers, which is also basically what a problem is. Problem is blame. Professional blamer. We're not looking for problems and professional blamers. We're looking for someone that realizes It is me. And probably you are that person, as otherwise you wouldn't be able to stay even so far in this class. You would have left already. Is everybody with me up until now? Wow, yes. Good. Yes. Excellent. So well done for making it this far. Who is this webinar for? It's not for those that don't participate. When a person realizes that blame doesn't work, the person stops participating. So first I blame you, blame you, blame you, blame you. That's not doing anything. So then I start quitting whatever it is I'm doing. They stop taking action. When you finish blaming your wife, you divorce. You stop participating in the marriage. You stop taking the actions of creating the marriage. So you stop participating. You stop doing the actions. When a person finishes blaming the market and the government and the clients, and when they failed, they realized it doesn't work. Okay, their blame doesn't work. So then they go bankrupt. They stop taking actions to build their business. While you are blaming, you have no chance of actually growing and taking the action. So if you don't participate, that's what's the lowest form. You understand? Okay, Ricky. If you're there, if you're unwilling to participate, if you don't want to take the actions to build yourself, this lesson will not help you. You need to participate. Okay, you really need to participate. You need to understand that you're here to be here and to do this and to be involved, and that's what you are here for. Participation, taking the actions. What does participation mean? It means getting involved in the chat, asking questions, giving your opinion, and I can promise you one thing. I will never make you wrong. I'll never embarrass you for participating or for asking a question or for giving your opinion. I will always make you more, never less. I will see how what you're saying is actually brilliant, because it is. Because the truth is that you're much more than even you are willing to admit. You're much more. But after many years of coaching and helping people, I never found one person that's not 1,000,000 times more than they are willing to admit they are. So whatever you think you are, you're actually 1,000,000 times more than that. 1,000,000 times more powerful, 1,000,000 times more caring, 1,000,000 times more loving, 1,000,000 times more able than you admit that you are. So I will always show you that side of you. And all I ask is that you participate. Do we have an agreement? Yes, yes, excellent. Yes, good, very good. So we have about 5 people that got the message of participation, and I thank you for that. You are the ones that will get the most out of today. If you're still here, welcome. Welcome. Very good. Thank you for the rest. Thank you. I have a major gift worth over $1,000 for those that stay to the end. Firstly, I need you to know that nothing I say today is true. Nothing I say today is true, unless it rings true for you. So just because I've said it doesn't make it true. It needs to ring true for you. You need to see, is it true for you? Only then will it be true. Next, this webinar will be fast-paced. There's a lot of powerful material to get to. So I'm moving through it quickly, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't interact. You should. It doesn't mean you shouldn't ask questions. You should. I know you joined hoping to learn something special today, and I guarantee you will. And if you actually paid attention up to now, you already did. You already got some viewpoints that are very powerful. If we ended right here, what you've gotten so far, if you actually paid attention, is more powerful than you maybe recognize. Yet many of you may not know me, and so a quick intro. My name is Meir Ezra, and I'm on a mission to create 10,000 ethical millionaires. Will you be one of them? That's what I'm looking for. I want 10,000 ethical millionaires. I'm a super successful entrepreneur. Yes, good Lance. Started from zero, and I guarantee that provided you will pay attention to the presentation, meaning not only sit and listen, but participate, as we agreed that you will participate. You will not just learn something today, you will learn what you need in order to succeed. Guaranteed, no ifs, ands, or buts. But you need to participate. You need to participate. Thank you, Anne. But how do you know that you've participated? I ask because lots of people in life talk, but they don't say anything. Yes, I'm sure you've seen people that are very good at talking, but they don't say anything. Lots of people listen, but they don't hear a thing. I've seen people really nodding their head, nodding their head, nodding their head, but they didn't hear anything. So how do you know if you've participated, actually participated? The indication is this. What I teach is powerful. There's no doubt about it. What I teach is powerful. If you didn't have an improvement every few minutes, you miss something. It's time to ask. You need to check. Are you every few minutes improving? If not, it's because you're not participating enough. You need to be more involved. If you're involved, you will see every few minutes you'll have a wow, this is amazing. Oh wow, I didn't think of it that way. That's a different viewpoint. Improvements. And if it starts to be daydreaming and I don't really see and da-da-da, I'm 100% sure you're not participating enough. Yes, good, good. I know how to teach and I know how to bring my clients results. And so I can guarantee, so by the way, really quickly, there's many situations where somebody is a very good producer at something. They know how to build a business. But if you ask them, how did you build the business? They won't know how to teach you. Or somebody who's a very good basketball player, but you tell them, how do you become so good? They don't know exactly how to start. How do they teach you? In the same breath, there's many people that are very good at teaching, but they don't know how to do it. They have no idea how to actually do it. They're just good at teaching you, but they've never done it themselves. So I know how to do both. Number one, I know how to teach and bring the results. And number two, I also do it myself. And so with that in mind, I guarantee that today's presentation will enormously improve your life, your income, and your reputation. But I'll do something even better than that. I'll reveal answers today that I've never shown any of my students. This is a brand new presentation, okay? You see, I offer free webinars monthly, but after a call I had with my dad some time ago preparing a totally different lesson, I realized there's something you must look at head on, even if it's tough to look at. And you must face it and understand it before any other income actions can work. So I can teach you about sales, I can teach you about marketing, I can teach you about things that will bring you income, how to reach out to new leads, how to present yourself when you market, a million things. But this is something you have to look at before, head on, and it might be tough. Yet what you will learn today will greatly improve your income and your marketing and your sales and your business and even your health and your life. And so I literally rewrote it and added to this training less than a month ago because it's vital for you to confront what I'm about to expose you to. Now, who's my dad that I look up to so highly? Okay, because obviously I told you here that I was speaking to my dad and I look up to him highly. Some of you know him, some of you don't. My dad is Meir Ezra. This is me and him, the Meir Ezra. He's the person that developed and refined what I'm teaching you today. The best, yes, he is. His knowledge is what I use to make my money, and it made him $100 million US by the age of 31 only because he knew what I'm going to teach you. Only a few people across the world ever did that by the age of 31, and that was 30 years ago. So in today's money adjusted, it's more like $1 billion US by the age of 31 in terms of the buying power it had at that time. I'm sure you want to know, how is it done? Well, what my dad, myself, and our clients have is one thing that you don't have yet, and I'm going to give it to you later in this presentation. Plus, a huge gift for those that stay to the end. If you ask most people how much do you earn, they will say something along the lines of less than I deserve, or less than my worth, or less than my business should. The common denominator is less. The common denominator is living in a state of emergency. Most people live in a state of emergency. You are here on the business emergency room. Most people live in this state where they're living paycheck to paycheck. They have debts they don't know how to get out of, not even a hope of how to get out of it. They're living in a situation that there's all kinds of problems. They're living in a situation where there's always upsets between business partners, between their friends, between their family. Emergencies all the time, major problems. So true, yes. Since those people don't know why they earn less than they deserve, why their life is a series of emergencies, they secretly believe it's my karma, or I'm not as qualified, or I'm simply unlucky, or I'm weak compared to my competition, or I was born to the wrong family, or whatever else, some kind of an excuse. So true indeed, yes. The good news is that there's only one reason why anyone doesn't have what they deserve, and it's the reason for why when I ask my clients how much they earn, they say I earn more than anyone deserves. The reason why myself, my friends, and my clients, same thing, because my friends are my clients and my clients are my friends, earn so much, and why you earn less than you deserve, the answer is very exact. It always works, and once you will learn it, money will not be an issue for you. This has definitely been my mindset at times, yes, and very brave of you to say and to see, Ricky. Yeah, this is my life currently, always emergency. Yeah, I understand, Lance. We will help with today. I'm sure you are ready for a change. I'm sure you want to be in the top 1% of earners, which is, by the way, $500,000 per year. Your instinct will tell you, it's impossible for me. Yet I know how to make myself, my companies, and my clients much more than that every single year while building a beautiful family, having a healthy body, and being genuinely happy every day, which is what we want to go for. Yes, yes. Wow, can't wait. You're going to blow my mind again. Yes, for sure I am. I can tell you that I created, owned, and marketed some of the most well-known events brands in South Africa by the age of 23. For 10 years, I ran it. And since then, I developed many more successful companies and investments. Today at 34, I'm most proud of the fact that I help other people make lots of money ethically while continuing to run all those companies and make tons of money. So all that to lead to this. So finally, that whole intro and getting you understanding of who I am, where we're at, what I expect of you, who this webinar is for, all that to lead to this. I have a very important question to ask you in the next slide. It's actually an exercise that you will need to participate in for it to work. But if you do, if you actually participate in it, you will discover something fascinating for yourself. Are you ready for the question for the exercise? Are you ready to participate? Wow, can't wait. Yes, yes. Good. Firstly, before that question, let me ask you another question. Do you agree that you're not as successful as you should be? Would you agree you're not as successful as you should be? Even if you're a millionaire, you should be a double millionaire. Yes? 100%. Good. Okay. Do you agree that this is a problem for you? This is a problem. Agree. Yes. Excellent. Yes. Good. Okay. Do you agree that every problem has a source? There's a reason for the problem. Any problem has a source for it. Yes? Yes. Yep. Okay. Good. Excellent. Perfect. Good. Okay. Do you agree that you cannot solve the problem before you found the right source for the problem? Is that true for you? You cannot solve the problem if you didn't find the right source. You will pick some other incorrect source and that won't work. Correct. Yes, of course. Yes. Okay, yes. Good. Very good. So we have the problem of I'm not successful or not successful enough. That's the problem we're dealing with. Let's have a look and discover what is the source of your problem. Here it is. Here is the question. Here it is. Here it is. What do you think you are missing, one or more, I'm going to give you a list, which is stopping you from being more successful? Or in other words, what is the source of your problem? So I'm going to give you a list, and there can be one or more answers. You just say yes, yes, yes if it is, or no. You can also say no. But if it is one of the sources, you say yes. I'm going to give you a whole list and you will tell me, okay? Everybody ready? Ready. Okay, good. Excellent. Okay, good. Is it the reason that you're not successful? What's stopping you from being more successful? What you're missing? Is it IQ not high enough? Okay. Lack of a strong network? Yes. 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 Weak ideas? Not sure. Yes. No. Yes. No. No. Missing sales abilities? Yes. Possibly. Yes. Good. And I'm going to now go through them a little quicker, but still I need you to answer because that way we can refer back to it. Okay. So I'm going to go through it a bit quicker, but just say yes, no, yes, no. Okay. But I'm reading your answers as I say it. Is it low knowledge on lead generation? Is it no startup money? Okay, good. Okay. Is it missing data? Okay, very good. Is it missing technical knowledge? Okay. Is it need a better product? Very good answers. Excellent participation. Okay, Ricky. Is it no product? Okay. Okay. Is it need a more charming personality? Okay. Lacking in looks, too good looking or not good looking enough? Okay, yeah, okay, yes. Missing systems? Definitely not Lance. Yeah, exactly, Ricky. Okay, good, good. Married to the wrong person? They're not rich enough? Just a joke, just a joke, just a joke. Okay. No, okay, good. Missing support around you? Missing support around you. Okay. Need a healthier body? Is it a health issue? Something preventing you from being as active as you could be? Lack of street smarts, like people can fool you easily, you're not always quick on your feet. Okay, okay, some yes, some no. You should be in a different industry. Is it something else? Please write it if it's something else that we didn't cover here on this. So you might tell me, oh, I think what's missing for me is I don't know how to market, because that's something that's not really on here. Something that you feel is missing. Okay, your follow-up, Anne, got it. Lack of consistency. Okay, very good. Very good. Who is it? And by the way, people can agree with you. If somebody said follow-up, you can say, yes, follow-up for me too. Somebody says lack of consistency, lack of consistency. Confidence, okay. Getting my message out, overall communication, okay. Intention is not pointed. Got it, Patrick? Necessity level, high. Okay, good. Confusion, okay, very good. Lazy. Getting started on a new project, wavering in my direction. Okay. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Very good. Not pushing the prospect. Yes, I understand. Very good. I don't know how to get connected to people. All right. Time. Okay. Okay. Good. Relationship with money. Okay. All right. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's dive deeper. Let's see. We said that to resolve any problem, you need to know the source of the problem. Yes? You need to know the source of the problem. So how do you know if you found the right source or not? This is a question for you. How do you know if you found the right source or not for a problem? How do you know? Procrastination, turn the tap on, okay. You see, answering this correctly is the difference between life or death, failure or success. If I'm operating on somebody and I find the incorrect source, the guy can die. If I'm helping my child and I give them the incorrect medicine, they can be seriously hurt. If I have the wrong source in my business, I will go bankrupt. If I have the wrong source for why my relationship isn't going well, the relationship won't have success. By the results, the problem will be gone. Evaluating the data, not sure how to know. Okay, that's good. Okay, when the problem is not a problem. Very good. Okay, let's see. To answer to how you know if you found, the answer to how you know if you found the right source or not is obviously if the problem is solved or not, as some of you said. Is it solved or not? That's what I'm looking for. Do you have the problem handled or is it still a problem? Now, since you answered the question in the exercise, it means your problem is not solved. True? Good, Kerry. The problem is not solved, right? Correct. Yes, true. Good. Okay, so the problem is not solved. Okay. Which means, and this is the thing that you really need to gain the ability to look at, This is the punchline. This is the wow. This is the thing that's like gonna be a bitter pill to swallow. Which means it's not that you don't know what is the source of your problem. It's not that you don't know, because you told me what's the source of your problem. You just told me what's the source of your problem. It's worse. It's actually worse. You have the wrong source for the problem. That's the bitter pill to swallow. What you told me is the source for your problem is not the source for your problem. It's the wrong source. Because if it was the right source, it wouldn't be a problem any longer. You have to confront it. That's what you have to understand. I'll give you an example. LOL, true. Okay, yes, good. Imagine you have a business and you think the reason you're not making money is that you don't invest enough in marketing. That sounds good, yes? I don't invest enough in marketing, so that's why my business isn't growing. Okay, so you invest more in marketing. Yet the business is still not successful. It's still not making profit. The actual problem that is hidden from you is the person that's responsible for the marketing is getting a cut of every dollar you spend with the marketing agency. They're stealing money from you. They're getting a cut. You don't know about it. So it costs you much more. And so he has an interest to make sure the marketing doesn't work. As the less the marketing works, the more you invest in marketing. You have the wrong source. The more money he makes, the worse things get for you. You understand? This is just an example. But imagine you had a guy working in marketing, and every time you put money into your marketing, he gets money. And you're like, this isn't working. Let me put a bit more money. I want to make this work. He gets more money. So he has an interest for it not to work. He has an interest to convince you to sink your money deeper into the marketing. You understand? It would actually make the problem worse. This is just an example, but this applies to anything. It applies to anything. Imagine you think the reason you don't lose weight is because you eat too many carbs. You're struggling to lose weight. And you try to eat less carbs, and you still put on weight. Totally oblivious to the fact that the actual reason is that you developed the silent killer. You don't know this. You have a silent killer, and it's called diabetes. You have diabetes. Now, you don't have the real source for the problem, and it gets worse. You don't have the real source, and you handle the wrong source, and it gets worse. You discover it, if you're lucky, when you're about to die. If you're lucky, you discover it before it's too late. Here's the vital, life-saving, business-rescuing law that you need to know. All of you on here, this is the law that you need to know. For as long as the problem exists, whatever you think the source of the problem is, it is not. Chew on that for just a moment. Whatever you think the source of the problem is, it is not. What you call the source is actually just an excuse. Are you with me? That's exactly what we're going to learn, Ricky. Yes. Wow. Yes, it is wow. True. Yes. Good. So now we know that the correct source for a problem will enable you to handle it. 2, for as long as the problem exists, you don't know what is the source. No ifs, ands, or buts. If the problem exists, you don't know what is the source. But there's a few more life and business saving laws that you need to know about problems, okay? The next law is this. The source of the problem is always before. What do I mean? You see you get fat, you thought it's too many carbs. The source is before. It's not right now. It's before. You made wrong health choices for a long time, and so you develop diabetes. If you see a car accident, the car accident is not the problem. It's before. The guy was drunk. If you have a headache right now, the problem is not the headache. The problem is you're dehydrated. The source of the problem is always before. Wow, simple but logical. Yes, it is. Thank you, Ricky. Yes. Yes. Now, if you don't know and fully understand and can apply this data, you will make the mistake that most failures do. Most failures make this mistake. You will not handle the source, and you will handle the symptoms by taking drugs. And the drug doesn't have to be literally drugs. The drug can be the drug of excuses, the drug of entertainment, the drug of procrastination, the drug of alcohol. It can be any kind of a drug that takes you off. It handles symptoms, not the source. Wow, simple but logical. Thank you, Ricky. Spot on, Ann. Thank you. Love this, Jenna. Thank you. Nice, Jason. Thank you. Great examples. Thank you. Clear explanation. Thank you. So good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Very, very good. I'm glad you guys are getting it. It takes a lot of bravery to confront this. But if you understand this data, you will handle the source, which means you will change your diet, exercise, and mainly, you will change your state of mind. That's mainly what we need to do, is change your state of mind on the problem. Yes, Carrie. Mind blown, Diane. Wow, super powerful. Thank you, Poonam. Okay. And that leads us to the next law that you need to know. This is something you need to have as a stable law. When you handle a problem based on the incorrect source, the problem grows. If you find the incorrect source of the problem will grow. These are basic truths about problems that you must know. If you invest more in marketing when someone is stealing from you, you will not handle the source, you will lose more money, the problem will grow. This applies to anything in your life. But you never learned how to think in this way, and so you yourself destroy your life by handling the wrong source. So you have excellent intentions to fix your problems. You, the person listening to me right now, you have excellent intentions to fix your problems. You really want to fix your problems. And you fail to fix them because you don't know the right source. And every time you failed, you reported to yourself that you're a failure. You said, oh, I failed again. I'm such a failure. Oh my God. Every time I try, I fail. And you tried again and you failed again. And you report to yourself that you're a failure. And you tried again and you failed again. And you report to yourself that you're a failure until you truly believe that you're a failure. You end up believing, I am just a failure. Yeah, that mental battle is real. Good, Ricky. But now you know. You just had the wrong source for the problem. That's it. Now you know. You're not a failure. You just had the wrong source for the problem. You are never a failure. You need to know, you are never a failure. You only fail to discover the right source for the problem. So you are never a failure. Ever. You just didn't discover the right source for the problem. Eliminate the source. Yes, Anne. So true. Yes. We will see, Jason. If you learn how to discover the right source of any problem, the problem, regardless of how big or small, will be resolved. This can be a business problem. This can be a physical problem. It can be a mental problem. It can be a big problem or a small problem. It will be resolved. Just look at your life and you will see that all your problems started with little seeds. Small things you didn't want to confront. Small things you didn't want to say. Small things you didn't want to admit. Small things you didn't want to do. That's how they start. It starts as small things and then it grows. It becomes bigger. It becomes more of a problem. It becomes not as small as it once was. That little thing you didn't want to do becomes a massive problem. Okay, and hence the first and most important thing for you to discover is the actual source of your problems. Otherwise, you unfortunately cannot escape the fact that you know they will not only not be solved. You know that your problems won't be solved. But also what you know is that they will grow. If you don't handle it, your problems will grow. This is good, Gal. Thank you, Ricky. How do we discover the actual source for your problems? How do we discover it? Let's see. Well, as I said in the beginning, number one, every few minutes, it actually should be every few seconds, you will have realizations. And the fact is that you now understand 100% that it was the hidden source of the problem that was your enemy. The thing that prevented you from improving your life. Now you know there's a hidden source, and that is what's destroying you. That is what's preventing you from improving your life. It's something hidden, a different source than what you thought it was. Glenn, this is the key to solve the real problem. Correct? Correct. True indeed. Thank you, Kanilwe. 2, you now fully understand that if you don't find the source of your problem, the problem will not sit there and sleep. It doesn't take naps. You can't put it in front of a screen and hope nothing will happen. Your problems are continuously growing. It's guaranteed. You know it. You know it. You know that if you don't solve that problem, it's growing all the time. It will make babies, yes. So what's the handling? If we look at your business, your life, while it seems super complicated, especially when you're in the middle of a problem, we can actually break it down to just 5 areas that you need. 5 areas. I wish it took naps. Yes, I understand. I understand. If only we could put the problem in front of the screen for a little bit. So there's 5 areas. Number 1, your spiritual, personal condition. Your personal condition. Not wishy-washy kumbaya. I'm not talking about spiritual, like being spiritual, blah, blah, blah. Not wishy-washy kumbaya. Not thinking good thoughts and manifesting and affirmations. I'm looking for applicable. Applicable. Are you worried or are you effective? Are you anxious or do you make other people anxious? Are you cause or are you effect? That's what I'm talking about. Your personal condition. 2, your ability to sell. In other words, your ability to truly help other people and get paid for it. Are you with me so far? Very good. Excellent. Good. Okay, good. Number 3, your ability to handle finances, to handle money. This is the next thing. You need to be able to handle finances, to handle money. Thank you, Luciana. Now, what does this mean? I want to talk to you about the finances thing for a second. This means your ability to say no for waste and your ability to say yes for income. Okay? Now, you think it's easy for you to say no for waste and yes for income, but I promise you it's not. I tell people, hey, look, what you need to do is say no for waste and yes for income, and they always tell me, oh, I always say no to waste. I love income. I always say yes to income. This part's easy. Oh, really? Let me show you. Okay, we're going to see, Luciana. You habitually, by habit, you say yes for spending and no for income. That's what you do, and I'll show you. You will easily say yes to Netflix to relax, which is the biggest yes to waste. Okay? Now, you say, oh, I don't watch Netflix, but you scroll Instagram, you're on TikTok, you watch YouTube videos, you do something that's a waste of time to relax. To relax. It's a waste. Or you will easily buy a new laptop and justify that you must buy it to make money. You spend money on a new laptop because I need it to make money. Yes, for information. Exactly, yes. Or you must hire a person to help you do the work. You can't do it on your own, you'll hire. Or you must have a fancy logo and website to make your business take off. So you spend money. You spend money on it. You will think, yes, it's important. It's not. It's not. It's important once you make money, not before. I don't mind, get a new laptop once you've made money. I don't mind that you spend on a new logo once you've made money. But you will say no to picking up the phone and following up a prospect. That you'll say no. No, I'm too scared. I don't like it. It's too much. I can't do that type of thing. I get nervous. That's no to income. Ricky, that's one part of it. Yes, creating versus consuming is a part of it. Yes, you hesitate, Dan, exactly. You will say no to sending on time the quote. I can't tell you how many times I've met people. They come to meet me, to quote me. They don't send me a quote. I need to follow up with them for them to quote me. And it might not be a quote, but they won't get back to me. They won't send me a recap of the meeting we had where I'm wanting to buy. They will forget about me. They will do something that is other than getting the income action done. You'll say no to emptying your inbox. Yeah, you'll procrastinate. You'll say no to being nice to those that upset you, even if they're your prospects. You'll say no to something that will bring you income, a prospect or a person. You'll be rude to them. So you will habitually say yes to what you should say no to. and then you'll say no to what you should say yes to. And it will bring you a financial disaster always. Always. It's just a matter of time before you're stuck in deep. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm saying your financial condition. Does that make more sense now? Yes. Carrie, the small daily decisions make a big difference. Absolutely. Totally. Yes. Amazing. Thank you. Totally. Yes. Excellent. Good. Good. Excellent. Yes, that's solid. Good. Number 4, your ability to market. Most people don't even know what marketing is. Look for yourself and you'll see that if I ask you what the word marketing is right now and you haven't learned it from me, and I pressure test your answer, you will not know what it is. You won't know. Or what's the difference between marketing, PR, sales, promotion, advertising? All those words are a mishmash for you. Marketing is PR. PR is the same as marketing. Marketing is basically selling. It's a mishmash. Amazing information. Thank you, Kanilwe. You will not be able to tell me. So how can you market if you don't know what it is? I'll give you a secret. Marketing, not sales, is responsible for your income. Marketing, not sales, is responsible for your income. I'm not going to explain it right now, but you will learn about it with me. Something for you to think about, something for you to take away, to chew on that. Marketing, not sales, is responsible for your income. Now, number 5, delivery. Okay, delivery. I want to talk to you quite a bit today about delivery. Okay, how are you doing so far? Any questions? Should I continue? Are you following? All good? Yes? Great. Okay, wow. Good. Very good. Excellent. Wonderful. Yes, this is great. I'm following. Very good. This is good. Excellent. Please continue. Good. Okay, so delivery. Okay, now what do I mean by delivery? Delivery, I mean by you getting your product to someone. That's what I mean by delivery. In a restaurant, the delivery is food being placed on the table. That's delivering the product. I don't mean delivery like Amazon, that they deliver through shipping. That's a different definition. Delivery in this case is getting the client the product. Like right now, I am delivering the webinar to you. You are receiving it. So delivery is the 5th thing you need. And here's the law. Delivery defines the size of your next deal. Delivery defines the size of your next deal. How you deliver is what will actually determine your next deal. Is it going to be a bigger deal or a small deal? What you do today, how you deliver today, creates the future. Wow, wow, wow. Makes so much sense. Good. Yes. Amazing. Which means delivery is responsible for your future. How you deliver, your delivery is what determines your future. Love that. I see. Yes. Most people, when they think about delivery, they think about, I give you and goodbye. That's what people think about delivery. I give you my product, cheers. You go to the restaurant, they give you food. Thank you, they've delivered, bye-bye. Or I don't know, I work in real estate, I sell you a house. Thank you, bye-bye. Sold you the house, you paid, I did, bye-bye. Give you and goodbye. Delivery, done. That's in the good case. That's in the good case. Most people, that's a good scene when they actually give you what you've ordered or actually give you what you promised. But there are actually 4 levels of delivery that you need to know. 4 levels, 4 different levels. The lowest level of delivery is the rip-off delivery. Rip-off delivery. With rip-off delivery, I give you and you give nothing in return. I give you something, but you give me nothing back. Or I paid for something and you gave me nothing back. That's rip-off delivery. For example, stealing your laptop. Somebody comes, they steal your laptop, they don't give you anything in return. If they stole your laptop and left you a $3,000 stack of cash, then you would leave out another laptop for them with some cookies and milk the next day, because it's a good deal that we have going. At least they're giving you back for what you've given them. So there's some exchange here. But the problem with stealing is that they take from you and they don't leave you $3,000. They take from you and give you nothing back. It's a ripoff. Or imagine you go to a store, you buy a chocolate at a store. I go to a store, I give them $1 for the chocolate, and they give me nothing. They stole my money. Or at a restaurant, I went, I paid for my food. They didn't give me food. I got nothing. They stole my money. Or a friend. You go to a friend, you help your friend. They do nothing for you ever in return. This is the stealing delivery. It's criminal delivery. It's a one-sided flow. I give you, you give me nothing back. It's zero or negative return. Either you just got nothing back, or it's worse. You get minus return. For example, now I went to the store, I bought the chocolate, I lost $1, but I actually lost more than the dollar. I wasted my time. My fuel cost money to get there, and now I'm in a minus because I spent time and money and got nothing back. Or you go to a friend, and not only does the friend not give you anything back after you've helped them, but your friend starts talking badly about you behind your back. Even more negative delivery. It's give, give, give without insisting on return. You need to insist on a return. If you give, you must get back. Any close friend you used to have that hates you today, I want each of you to think of a close friend that you had and that hates you today. And tell me once you have them. A friend that you used to have that hates you today. You got it? Yes. Okay. Yes, good. That friend gave you rip-off delivery. What do I mean? You gave them, you gave them, you gave them, you gave them. They didn't give you back. They ripped you off. You gave them, gave them, gave them. They didn't give you back. They didn't give you back, and they hate you today. They hate you when they're the ones that didn't give you back. It's quite fascinating. True story, yes. Okay, level 2. The second level is the incomplete delivery. Incomplete. This happens when one gives and doesn't get back as promised. I give you, but I don't get back what I exactly expected or was promised to get back. So I go to the store, I give you $1 for the chocolate, I get a chocolate, but the chocolate is ripped open and there's one bite taken out of it. So yes, I got something, but what I was promised was a new chocolate, not one that was already opened. So it's less than what was promised. Or at a restaurant, you go to a restaurant and I order the steak medium rare. I get a steak, but it's cold and it's cooked well done. So did I get a steak? Yes, but it's not what was promised. I expected a medium rare, fresh, hot steak. So it's less than what was promised. Or you go to a friend and you help them, and maybe they help you, but they also talk badly about you. It's not what was promised. You were expecting them to talk good about you, not to talk badly about you. In the case of incomplete delivery, the delivery is not zero or negative, but it's less than what one considers was agreed upon. It's less than what you consider was agreed upon. Anyone that has any overdue debt is in the condition of incomplete delivery that, if not rapidly handled, will result in the condition of a rip-off delivery. If you don't handle your debt, even with some kind of an agreement or something to handle the debt, you're going to sit in a situation where you're not paying it back. It becomes rip-off. You don't pay back what you should have. So you need to handle your debts. If you've received above and beyond what you expected, it's your obligation to give back, or you will deliver a rip-off. You will be a rip-off. If you got something amazing from me, you now have to give back. If I got something amazing from you, I now have to give you back. And it's a beautiful thing because I give you, you give me, I give you, you give me. It's a wonderful thing. Is everybody following so far? True, yes. Yes, great, excellent. Okay, very good. Nice, okay. Level 3. What do you think the third level of delivery is? And there's one more above it. There's one more above it. So what do you think the third level of delivery is? Yes, really good, bro. Thank you, Ricky. What do you think it is? There's one more level above it, but what do you think level 3 is? What do you think is the third level of delivery? Okay. Generous, okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay. The third level is what's called just delivery. Okay? Now, the word just means honest. The word just also means simply delivery. So you provide the delivery of what was expected. Okay? Here, I deliver exactly what was promised. This is the common expected level of delivery. You get what you ordered. And partial delivery, or Glenn, late delivery, is the previous one. That's incomplete. If you deliver late, it's less than what was promised. If you deliver partially, it's less than what was promised. Here, you get exactly what was promised. Okay? So if I buy a chocolate at a store, I go, I pay $1 for the chocolate, I get a chocolate. Normal. I go to a restaurant, I order the steak medium rare, I get the steak medium rare. I have a friend, I help him, and he helps me. Normal. This is normal. You get what you pay for. Here's the breaking news. Here's the breaking news. All three levels so far, including just delivery, will lead to further emergencies, your decline, and your ultimate demise. All three levels will lead to decline and destruction. Why? You tell me why. How come? Why is it the case? How come is even level 3 catastrophic? Yes, really. Yes, Aziz, true. Yes. Why do you think it is? Any idea? And if you have no idea, you can also say no idea. Okay, let's have a look. Okay? Here's what it is. In this universe, nothing stays the same. If something is not growing, it contracts. In other words, nothing stays the same. If I give you balance, balance doesn't exist. It's either going to get better or get worse. If it's the same, it means it's going down. You know, your table at your office, or the table that you're currently sitting in front of, that table tomorrow is going to be in a worse condition than today. If it stays the same, it's worse. And if you check on your table in 10 years from now, it will be in a pretty bad condition. It will get worse. Things get worse unless you do above and beyond for them, unless I clean the table, or tighten the table screws, or repolish the table, or something to make it better. If I don't do things to make it better, it will shrink, it will get worse, it will become a problem. It will contract. And hence, just delivery is an invitation to die. If I let you agree to just give me what you expect, that means I'm giving you exactly what was promised, level. That means I'm giving you less and less and less and less. Somebody that earns $1 million a year, you think, wow, $1 million a year is a lot. It's not a lot over time, because $1 million in 30 years from now is not $1 million today. If he was still earning $1 million in 30 years from now, you understand he's not earning as much. It's going down, it's going down, it's going down. You get the idea. So if you do just the same, you're basically starting to die. Wow, yes, wow. A person, a relationship, a business will start to die the moment it starts to deliver just delivery. This is an amazing thing to realize. If you do exactly what was promised, yeah, you'll get death eventually, destruction. Wow, yes. So the only acceptable delivery, Aziz, in order for things to stay the same, there has to be a change. No, for things to stay the same, it's impossible. If they're the same, they're going down. It will go down. It's either going up or down. There is no such thing as the same. No such thing. The fourth and only level of delivery that is acceptable, the only level of delivery that will bring expansion, the key to long-term friendships, business, long-term family is generous delivery. Generous delivery, also known as delivery with a wow. In other words, this is when you get what you expected, but it's more than you expected. There's a, oh wow, that's what we're going for. In this condition of delivery, one delivers more than expected in terms of quantity. So more than you expected. More in terms of quality. It's a better quality, better speed. Something is more. The key is more than expected. Generous delivery is not extravagant. It's not something wow, crazy like that. It's not 2 for 1. It's more than what one considers was agreed upon. More than what one considers was agreed upon. That's what we're looking for. Are you with me so far? Quality. Are you then giving someone something they didn't pay for, an unfair exchange? No, Patrick, good question. What you're doing is you're not giving them something extravagant, but you're giving them something more than they expected. And I'll give you an example and you'll tell me if it makes sense, okay? Just more than they expected, not something that costs a ton of money. Yeah, so here's how it works. I'll explain, Patrick. How do you keep the exchange equitable? It's a good question. Let's look at it this way. You go to buy a chocolate at a store. You give the guy $1. He gives you the chocolate. Wonderful. But he notices that you have your pet with you, your pet dog. And so he gives the dog a treat on the house, a little treat for the dog because he loves dogs. And you go, oh, wow, that's nice. That's more than I expected. I go to a restaurant. I order the steak medium rare. I get the steak medium rare. Wonderful. But the chef comes out and the chef says, hey, by the way, I've been working on something small in the back. Let me give you a little sample of something I'm creating. I'd love to get your feedback. And he gives you a small little taster that you didn't pay for and that you just get and you think, whoa, this is cool. That's nice. You have a friend and the friend, yes, you help him and yes, he helps you. But then he ends up actually going and connecting you and your business with someone that can help your business. And it's something that leads to great success for you just purely because he thought of you, because he wants to help you. Wow, more than you expected. There's a guy at our farmer's market. Every time we buy from him, after payment, he throws you some extra veggies. Exactly, Patrick. That's exactly it. Your friends recommend you. Exactly, Anne. That now is exchange with a wow. I got a free dessert from a restaurant that I order from regularly. Exactly. Exchange from a wow. And does it make it expensive for them? No. Now, what happens then, and how do you keep the exchange equitable in this case? Exactly by what you're doing now. What happens is if I gave you, okay, let me just for a second pause the screen sharing to explain this to you, okay? You understand that if I gave you something more than you expected, your initial instinct, if you're actually logical, is, I gotta tell people about this. I gotta write a good review. I gotta come back here. I gotta give them a bigger tip. You will then give them more than they expected. And then they see that and they go, wow. And then you give them more than, then they give you again more than you expected. And the next thing you know, you're talking about him on a webinar chat about the guy at the farmer's market because you want to spread the word about him. Do you understand? This is the game changer. This is the way that there's actual expansion because he gave you, you gave him. He gave you, you gave him. And there's this growth. There's finally growth. Wow, yes, you understand. That's how you create future. This is how you build the size of your next deal. If the receiver is sane, the receiver will always have the urge to return more than expected too. More than what was considered agreed upon. So that's exactly what happens. Now you have the urge to go and write a good review because you received so much. This results in the other side wanting to give even more. Next time they see you, they say, hey, we saw your good review. Thanks for that. Here's a cookie. Just as a thank you for the good review. And the result is income and expansion. This is the only way. This is why I say delivery is responsible for your future. I suppose it's equitable no matter what. The seller already knew he'd be giving the extra when agreeing to the original deal. Yeah, exactly. He has it in mind and it's not something that costs him money and he wants to give more. And it's always above and beyond. Anybody that's ever worked with me knows they sign up for a program with me and they think they're buying the program with me. But then all of a sudden they get all kinds of added help on WhatsApp or advice or I recommend them, or I'll go above and beyond the fact that they've just signed up for a program with me. And it's more than they expected. And I want to. And because the people I work with are sane, they then talk about me and bring other people to my program. And they want to help. And there's expansion. This is definitely you and your dad. Thank you, Anne. Excellent service. Yes, Kanidwe. This makes so much sense. 100% correct. Very good, Aziz. So, your spiritual personal condition, your ability to sell, your ability to handle finances, money, your ability to market, and your delivery. You totally deliver exceptionally. Thank you, Diane. Thank you so much. Okay, so what do you need to do? How do you improve your ability to sell? What do you need to do? How do you improve your ability to handle finances? What do you need to do? How do you improve your ability to market? And what do you do? What do you need to do? How do you improve your ability to deliver? What do you think it is? Now I'm going to ask you, what do you need to do to improve your ability to sell, your ability to handle finances, to market, to deliver? What do you need to do? You're the best at this. Thank you, Jenna. Thank you so much. What do you need to do, guys? How do you improve your ability to sell, to handle finances, to market, and to deliver correctly? Any idea? If you have no idea, you can say no idea. If you have an idea, you can say what your idea is. The mindset to improve every day. So improve on mindset. Stop procrastinating, okay? Ask the right questions, okay? Meaning to learn by asking. Enroll in GP courses, yes. Ask, okay? Willingness, ignore the source. Help, okay? Very good, very good, very good. Here's what's interesting. You will think there's something you need to learn. Okay, which is good. You'll think there's something you need to learn. But something doesn't add up. Why? Because you see people go to university and you see people learn a lot, but they still don't succeed. Have you seen that? These people that learn and learn and learn, but they still don't succeed. Something doesn't add up. Yeah, in fact, there are many who don't learn and succeed much more. A majority of the most successful people in the world are those that didn't learn. They're dropouts, and they didn't even learn. So something doesn't add up. Exactly, doctoral degree, master. Yeah, exactly. You said that it's positioning. You said that you need to help. You need to handle it. You need to ignore the source. You need willingness. You said that you need to ask the right questions or to stop procrastinating or that you need to improve your mindset. These are the things you said. So what is it? What is it? Let's look. How do you improve your spiritual personal condition? How do you improve your ability to sell? How do you improve your ability to handle finances, money? How do you improve your ability to market? How do you improve your delivery? By focusing on providing value, taking your and Meir's webinars and seminars. Yes, Luciana. Yes, that worked for you. Good, Luciana. True, true. Now here's the hint in each line. Every single one of these is monitored by, what do you think is the hint in each line? And you'll see how our seminars, Luciana, aligns with this. Every single one of these is monitored by exactly, Taisha. Hi, Taisha. Yes. You. Because it's you who makes the success or not. It's your ability to sell. It's your ability to handle finances. It's you, your ability to market, your delivery. So how do you improve you? How do you improve you? Let's take the answers you gave. Okay? You said positioning, mindset, handling it, ignoring the source, asking, not procrastinating. Actually, what you need to do is the opposite of what you think. It's actually not by education even. Yes, Kanilwe, removing lies. You need to unlearn. Not learn, unlearn. So let's look at unlearning in you. The moment you unlearn, the moment you remove lies, you show up. You have a massive Ferrari engine with the handbrakes up. You have the handbrakes up. If we can remove the handbrakes, all of a sudden you see, wow, the engine's strong. It's like having a bar of gold covered in a forest. If we remove the forest, you find out, oh wow, there's gold here. You are the one that knows. You're a spiritual being. You are the one that knows. That's what a spirit is. A spirit is the one that knows. But what's the problem with that? To remove a lie, you need to know that it's a lie, as otherwise you will not try to remove it. Do you agree with me? You have to know that it's a lie, otherwise you won't remove it. You'll think it's true, so you'll keep it. Yes. If I don't know I have diabetes, I won't handle it. If I have relationship problems and I don't know that I'm actively operating off of a lie, which I know to be right, yet it's the actual source for my relationship problems. So let's say I have some idea in my relationship that I need to be aggressive. That's what I think I need to do. But I think it's right. But actually it's not right. It's the source for all my problems. I'm way too aggressive. I'll never remove it. I'll always have relationship problems and they will get worse. So as we said, the issue is not that you don't know. It's worse. You know wrong. What you think you know is wrong. These sources are wrong. So how do you find the lies that you're actively operating on? How do we find the actual sources? If you're a doctor, how do you find the source of the problem? How does a doctor find the source of the problem? If you're a doctor, how do you find it? What does a doctor do? They don't guess. No, that's not. They won't guess. Ask questions. Yes, exactly. Observe. Correct, Carrie. Listen to the patient. Evaluate. Yes. Blood tests. A diagnosis. Exactly. You have two options. Number one, to guess. This is what psychology does. You look at the symptoms and you hope you guess the source correctly. Now, it can be fine to do it with your body. Okay, we can guess a little bit with your body. But not with you. Not with you. Your body can be replaced. You, the spiritual being, you cannot be replaced. When it comes to you, you cannot just guess. We're not going for guessing. The second option for finding the source of your problems is number two. Like a proper doctor, or researcher, or engineer, or scientist, you use or you design a test. You don't guess. You do a proper diagnosis. So well done, Aziz. A diagnosis. And the more exact the diagnosis is, the better is the result. Because the diagnosis itself exposes the lie. It exposes the no wrong. The actual diagnosis will expose the no wrong. And because it's now exposed, it's no longer a lie. Now we see, oh wow, this is the problem. Now you don't know wrong any longer. You know it was a lie. You know it was just a lie because you've now exposed what's actually going on. And now you know right. Now you know right. Example, if I have shoulder pain at the gym and I'm sure I'm exercising correctly, if my trainer does a super thorough diagnosis of everything I do all week long at the gym, okay, he really looks at every move I do in the gym and checks how I do it and checks what I do it. If he knows what he's doing, he will expose the lie that I actively operate on. He will diagnose where I know wrong. He discovers the exact point my form is off, the exact source of the problem. And the minute this is exposed, the lie is found. Ah, now I know right. He finds, hey, this is what you're doing wrong. Now I know right. The minute he said it. The minute he said, you see there on your squat, you're rounding, and that's causing a problem. Ah, wow, now I know. Now my problem is resolved. It's the exact same for your problems in your life and in your business. Exactly the same. The employee said he arrived to the client meeting at 8 a.m., but he arrived at 10. He lied. When he told you 8 a.m., it caused a problem. But when you exposed the time he actually arrived, which was 10 a.m., it all made sense and you could handle it thoroughly. Now you could contact the client and you could say, listen, my guy lied, I'm sorry. I thought he arrived on time, he told me he did, it wasn't you, it was him. Now you can handle it. Yes, and we will see now. People thought the reason they were getting sick and dying is that they weren't praying hard enough to the stones. Okay, back in the day, they thought they need to pray to rocks. But then someone came and said, no, look, you had a heart attack because you had, I don't know, too much chocolate. Okay, you had too much chocolate, so you had a heart attack. So when you pray harder, you were under more pressure as it wasn't working because you had the wrong source. So now you were worried, why am I still sick? Why am I still sick? You're praying harder, more pressure. But all of a sudden it became science. It was no longer a lie. You had an actual test and a diagnosis, and you knew what to fix. You knew what to fix because you had science. So how do you test you, the spirit? How do we test you, the spirit? To figure out what is the problem, you first of all test the reaction time. How much time it takes from when you see something, understand it, and act correctly. That's the first thing we need to test. How quick are you? Your reaction time is how fast you comprehend and apply. How fast you understand what gets said to you and apply. The time it takes from when data is presented to you, you understood it and can apply to bring about the expected results, improvements in the area we're looking for. How long does it take you to actually bring the improvement? Next, you need, now that we know how well you comprehend the data presented to you and how much time it takes you to comprehend the data, now we need to know what you do with this data. And this is your IQ. Your IQ is what you do with the data. Your IQ is only your ability to take the data you comprehend and quickly compare and apply principles you know to the data, and by that, maximize the results. So you take the data that you understand and you compare it to what you know and bring about the best possible result. Example, you need to drill a hole in the wall. So you have this thing, I need to drill in the hole in the wall. Your IQ will determine the plan you use to take what you know and bring about the best hole possible in the fastest time. Your IQ will determine the plan you use to take what you know and bring about the best hole possible in the fastest time. If you have a high IQ, you'll quickly understand, okay, here's what I need to do. Boom, I'm gonna have a perfect hole. Somebody with a low IQ won't know what to do. We'll look at the hole for hours. We'll think about it, and the hole will end up being crooked. Same with your business. Your IQ will determine how well you drill the holes. What's the next thing you have? Next, you need to lead. The IQ gives you the plan. How well are you going to drill this hole? You have a plan. The next thing is you need to be able to lead the different parts of the game, the task, the business, the people, the machinery, the beings and the things. You need to be able to lead. You need to lead them to execute the sane actions and not their feelings or what they want, but what's needed. We need to check your ability to lead. You really need to check how well do you lead. And all of that is modified by your viewpoint. What's your viewpoint on the different parts of life? And I'm going to touch upon that soon. And we need to scientifically test this. Actually scientifically test it. So your viewpoint on life. You understood, for example, that your garden is not doing well. This is an example. And you came up with the idea to invent pesticides. Okay? And you decided to get yourself and everyone that works with you to use the pesticides. Okay? So you really decide everyone that works with you is going to use the pesticides. And your viewpoint will define the purpose on which you're operating. Do you want a beautiful garden? That's one viewpoint, one purpose to operate on. I want a beautiful garden. Or are you upset with the freaking bugs? Which is a different viewpoint, a different purpose. I want to kill the bugs. From the countless potential hires, so first of all, you have this thing here of what's your viewpoint on life? How do you bring about a result? What viewpoint do you operate with? From the countless potential hires, staff, clients, business owners, friends, and even family that I've tested, no one knows what principles they should be operating on, and so they're operating from a stuck viewpoint. They're operating from a viewpoint that is stuck. Something that they really think is the way to do it. It's really just a patterned behavior. They hear A, they do B. Somebody upsets them, they act this way. They don't know what to do, they sleep. They have a patterned behavior. They respond to the environment instead of the environment responding to them. They need to make the environment respond to them. Now, the environment can be people, things, you understand? Different things around you, different people make you respond as opposed to you bringing results. Procrastination, 100%, it's a part of it, but there's a reason behind it. There's something behind it that's causing it. Wow, this is good, man. Yes, it is powerful. Thank you, Ricky. Now, you understand that without these tools, these tests, this diagnosis, you will habitually make a mistake, yes? You will habitually make a mistake. You get that. Are you with me? You understand that, yes? Okay, I see. Yes, excellent, perfect. Okay, the chances you will drill the best hole, the exact spot that you hit true north is basically zero, yes? The chances that you will hit the exact, it's zero. You need to hope. And hence your life is going south. So you will not succeed. You will work very hard. You will work towards south when you should be going north. You'll go in exactly the wrong direction. Why? Because you never had these tests. You never had a way to diagnose the actual lies you operate on that ensure your problem not only doesn't get solved, it gets worse. It gets worse. And these tests really are the most valuable thing. If I had $1 million to handle a disease, I would invest $999,999 in finding the source and $1 in the solution, because the source is 99.99999% of the solution. When you find the source, now I know what to do. Most of it is handled by the very fact you found the source. Are you with me? Is everyone with me? Yes, informative indeed. Thank you. Yes. So what I suggest to you to do is the tests. Usually, if I do the test for a company, the test will cost $999. And the evaluation of them will take about half to 1 hour. And I charge $1,000 per hour to do the test's evaluation. So it will cost you about $1,500 to $2,000 to do these tests and to have me interpret them for you, because they're comprehensive tests. Now, as I told you at the beginning, I'm going to give you a present, and it's the present of your life. The most important present you ever got, the real why for you, the real why. Imagine you knew exactly what you need to do. Imagine you knew exactly what's wrong with you. You won't wonder, is it this or that, and make all kinds of costly mistakes. You will have no worries because you will know exactly what it is. You will know what you need to handle. And what you need to handle is always one thing. It's not 10,000 things or 3 things or 4 things. It's always and only one thing. Always and only one thing. It cannot be 5 or 7 or 3. It can be one and only one. It's the source point. As source is defined as the point from which things emanate, where they come from. It's one and only one. Imagine you had it. What a peace of mind. And imagine I can also give you, for whatever the source is that the test finds, I can tell you exactly the handling. I can guarantee that whatever is wrong with you, there is nothing that I won't have the handling for. Nothing. If you can imagine that, you will obviously realize that this is an ideal life. You will go from strength to strength, from wealth to wealth, from tens to hundreds, hundreds to thousands, thousands to 100,000, 100,000 to millions, and then tens of millions. That's no exaggeration, because you will know exactly what stops you. It's like having a Trojan horse in the enemy camp. And if it will cost you $5,000, it's nothing. $50,000, it's nothing, because it gives you a lifetime of income. A lifetime of income. More important than any data, more important than any learning, prior to the data, prior to the learning, prior to the pill, is what kind of pill to take. We need to find what is the problem, what is the pill to take. You pay the doctor not for the pill. That's what you pay the pharmacist for. The big bucks go to the doctor because he can tell you which pill to take. He knows how to do the diagnosis. That's the key. Which thing you specifically need. And the same applies to your life. If you do the tests, you will find which pill to take, and that is more important than the pill itself. You can have all the pills in the world, but if you take the wrong pill, it will kill you. So I promised a gift. Who thinks it's a good idea to do these tests? Who thinks it's a good idea to do those tests? Yes. Yes, me. 100%. Good. Yes, me. Excellent. Yes. Yes, for sure. Good. I know you think you maybe don't have $5,000 to spend, but I have bad news for you. If you don't have these $5,000 to spend on these tests, you will not have a life. I'm not exaggerating. But I want to help you. And I promised I'm going to give you a present because you stayed to the end. And I am. I'm going to give you a present, and this present is valid only for 1 hour. But it is a huge present. It's the present of your life. The present of your life. This is really what it is. I'm going to do the tests for you. There are a battery of comprehensive tests that will find the source of your problem, which is 99.99999% of handling your problem. It's a full set of tests. They find your one source, plus my evaluation with you one-on-one. I am one-on-one going to go over them with you, actually take my time and go over the tests with you in detail, plus my diagnosis, plus the offer of your exact guaranteed handling, and I'm not going to charge you $5,000 for it. And I'm not going to charge you $3,000 for it or $2,000 for it. And I'm not going to charge you $1,000 for it. I'm not going to charge you $500 for it or $300 for it. It's no longer 5, no longer 3, not 1,000 or 500 or 300. The crazy, life-saving, huge present is I'm going to charge you only $97 for it. But only for the next half hour, and I will tell you when the timer starts. And at that price, I'm only doing it for the first 10 people that register. That's crazy. And after that, it will be $9.97, which is still discounted for the rest of the hour. What you need to do is go to gprosperity.com/testing, and I'll put the link in here, gprosperity.com/testing, and you use the code TEST SPECIAL. Test Special will bring the price down. Your 1 hour time starts now. Okay, so we have 1 hour. Okay, I'm giving you 1 hour from now, right now at 7:30 my time, which is 1:30 South African time. Eastern Standard Time. The time stops. Save your life or save your money. That's your choice. Register now at gprosperity.com/testing and use code TEST SPECIAL to take it from $9.97 to just $97 only for the next hour for the first 15 people that register. And here's your guarantee. By the end of the tests, once we have the diagnosis and prescribe the pill designed specially for you, for your condition, if it will not cure you, provided you do what we agreed to do, and you reported to me proof that it was done on time, if you didn't get the results, I will give you as much data as you need until I get you the results. I'm all about the results. I will adjust the pill, the dose, so it will match your needs. I will work with you as long as it takes. I'll work with you as long as it takes. And if you're not sure you got all the value and more, I will refund you plus $20. I'll refund you plus $20. Now, why? You cannot not take this offer, but why am I giving such a good offer? My purpose is to help you, and I really want to help you. I really, really, really do want to help you. Why? Firstly, because I'm a nice guy. But secondly, because I'm on a mission to create 10,000 ethical millionaires, and I want you to be one of them. But more importantly, I know this. If I'll help you, I know you will help me. You will have generous exchange. I'll give you more, you'll give me more. So your success is my marketing. And since I'm Jewish and I look for cheap marketing, just a joke, there's no cheaper marketing than showcasing your success. I want you to be successful. I'll show you off and you will promote me. So register now. My promise to you is this. I'm going to help you. I promise. Even if you don't believe that you can be helped. And hence, I made it easier than ever to get the exact handling that you need. And I can promise you that as you will progress with guaranteed prosperity, your life and the lives of everyone you love will improve. You know this if you've been with us. And as you expand, life and business will become much more challenging. Yes, life will become more challenging, but you will become so much stronger that for you, any situation will be a no-brainer. No matter the problem, for you, you'll have a solution. And that's what fun is all about. And here's a big bonus. Because I want you to have some background on what we teach at Guaranteed Prosperity. It brings it to 197, not 97. Thank you for letting me know. Let's adjust that for you because this is really the best price ever. Wow. Okay, give me a second, guys. Let me adjust the coupon so that it actually gets you this amazing discounted price. Thank you for letting me know. It should be 97. Okay, hold on a moment. Let's fix this. Give me 2 seconds. I'm literally going right now on the back to fix it. 1 moment. Okay. Thank you for telling me, Ahmad. Let's handle it. Okay. Okay, I see it here. Yes, you're right. You're right. Okay. Here we go. Okay, you can refresh and try again. It will now be 97. It's really the best offer. That's why I need to bring it even lower. Okay, wow. Okay, good. So I want you to have some background on what we teach at Guaranteed Prosperity before I do the one-on-one evaluation together. And so if you sign up in the next 30 minutes, I'll be throwing in special recordings called the Money Mind Launchpad. Okay? 5 lessons, which are about 10 hours of content, which are super powerful wealth building recordings on how to invest your money and not lose it, website mistakes you're making with a live case study, how to find out what your target market wants, why you don't expand quick enough in your business, how to create good relationships, how to sell more now, the only tool you need to eliminate stress, and much more. Those recordings sell on our site for $349. You can go and find it on our site. Money Mind Launchpad, you'll see, they sell for $349. You will get them free if you sign up in the next 30 minutes. So you pay $97, you get the tests, you get a one-on-one coaching session with me, and you get a $349 program. The only catch is you will only have access to these recordings for 14 days. Do them or lose them. You don't get these recordings forever. Do them or lose them. The code is Test Special. I'm putting it in the chat. Test Special. Now. Only 97 today. Valid for less than 30 minutes. Go to gprosperity.com/testing with code Test Special. Register now and get the Money Mind Launchpad, which is a $349 gift, which is 5 lessons as a bonus. This is a crazy, nuts, insane offer. Honestly, this is totally unbelievable. Totally unbelievable. Take it. It's honestly one of the best offers. It's the best offer that we've given. Anybody that's ever looked at doing these tests with us knows that this is the best price with the course. Unbelievable and unheard of. No, it shouldn't come up as $997. It should be Test Special. It will reduce. Let's have a look. I'll show you. Okay, let's do it together. I'll show you, and I can test it with you. But thank you for letting me know. I'm glad you're wanting to join. So let's figure it out right now. This is now we have the time on this webinar to do this and to help you. So let me see what we do. So you go to G Prosperity. Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen. Just a moment. So I want to share here with you. Okay. And so I go to, let me just double check that it's working. So what you do is you go to gprosperity.com/testing. Okay. You click Get Your Tests. Okay. Whoops. Get Your Tests. Let me remove this. Let me remove that. And try this again. So Get Your Tests. You go next, View Cart. Okay, here enter the promo code. You type Test Special in the promo code section. You click Apply, and now here it drops to 97. And then you can check out. So you get a $900 discount. That's how you do that. Okay, I hope that helps. Is there any questions that any of you have? Any questions about the tests, about the diagnosis? Amazing, Ahmad. I cannot wait to do this with you. Cannot wait to do this with you. Awesome, Ahmad. Any questions that you have about how it works, what happens next, anything whatsoever that I can answer for you? Any questions whatsoever, I would love to help you and answer things for you if it's not working, if you have any questions at all. My mission is to get you this data, so I want to do whatever I can to get you the data. Okay, so we have, it says 30 minutes, but don't worry, we agreed on an hour. Okay, we agreed that you have until 1:30 Eastern Time. Thank you for being on today. Jenna, you're very welcome. Ahmad, you're very welcome. I appreciate your participation. I appreciate your questions. I appreciate your involvement. Go out there, give everyone you speak to generous exchange. Go out there and actually handle your finances. Say yes to income and no for waste, and produce a lot. And I highly suggest that you join and do the tests today. Don't think about it. Join. You have a guarantee. You have a course included, and you have an offer that's never been done before. It will be the best use of your money, guaranteed. Any other time, it's more expensive. So I would really love to work with you, and I cannot wait. And I'm so happy. Thank you. This has opened doors for me. Wow, you're very welcome, Mojo. You're very welcome, Kanilwe. Absolutely, Kerry. Okay, thank you very much, and join now. Bye-bye. Thank you, guys. So Ridin and I just finished a great coaching session.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was amazing. Next level, like always.
And how did it go since we started?
My business has been improving every day.
4 times in the last 3 months growth, no?
Yeah.
Gal's answers and tools and everything was nothing I was expecting.
Beyond my wildest expectations. Be prepared to be beyond wow.
I realized how I could be more cause in my life, how I have more control over situations. So yeah, it was really amazing. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Gal is very professional, and he will guide you and help you in a way that you could really use this knowledge in your life.
I just want to say thank you, Gal, for amazing webinar, and I applied everything I learned.
But the wonderful thing about Gal, he has great energy. He has command of the subject. He's clear. He will answer as many questions as you have. He's just an overall amazing teacher.
I want to mention how effective this program was for me, and I am very impressed with the results.
What Gal is teaching in G Prosperity, it has the extra thing, and that extra thing really moved the needle for me.
What I have studied with Gal, I'm using the concepts, the tools for my everyday life here.
Gal responded to every question that I had.
Super mind-blowing. In literally 4 hours, it was basically giving the answer to all my problems I've ever had since birth to now.
I'm so happy. I really recommend you to take this program. Gal is amazing. He's a great teacher and an awesome person.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. You can use the code gprosperity.com/testing. Use the code TEST special, and there's another 45 minutes more or less to take advantage of the offer. Thank you, and bye-bye.